blueprints online. Certain stairwells, get off to get on other stairwells. It isn't straight up and down. And everything Rodriguez talked about and others talked about has been borne out to be true. And now they've released a lot of the audio tapes, just hundreds of firefighters and police talking about there's bombs going off. There's got to be bombs everywhere down here. This is incredible. So at the bottom of the hour, or a little bit after, I'm going to do the full report here. But I did want to play this video for radio and prisonplanet.tv viewers right now. And this is unedited. This was shot by the New York Fire Department. The only thing that we've bleeped out is the firefighters using the F word, and who can blame them? One of them is bleeding out of his nose. They've got cuts on them, dust. And we've got all these other tapes, too, of police saying, get back, they're bringing down 7. They're going to blow that building up. And then the news says, Building 7 has fallen. And it hadn't fallen. They were already putting the official story out. They full started. That's very common. Just like in Australia and New Zealand and several other countries, hours before Lee Harvey Oswald was captured or his name was released, they had already done off the wire. They hadn't happened in the U.S. or Europe or England, but they got their time zones wrong. They'd already fed them Lee Harvey Oswald. They'd already, so again, stunning evidence on that front. So the video is up on prisonplanet.com, and Paul Watson's article just went live minutes ago. Let's put that back up there. Thank you. Video. This is the headline. This is the article to get out to everyone. And then below it, Watson all day is going to be adding more evidence because there's so much. It takes days just to get all the old articles we've written, all the old videos, all the hundreds of admissions, all saying the same thing. Firefighters, police, deputy head of emergency management, medical workers, janitors, all the same thing. See, you can't pick and choose what you want to believe. I know it's frightening that the globalists did this. I know it's frightening. They clearly used private contractors to set this up. I know it's scary to know we've got a government as bad as Hitler who firebombed his own capital to bring in martial law. But now they admit Homeland Security is for you, gun owners, conservatives, libertarians. While you were sold on tyranny in the name of hating brown people that wear turbans, who, by the way, were founded by the CIA, the Taliban and al-Qaeda, that's on record. While all that was happening, Sybil Edmonds, the high-level FBI, NSA liaison interpreter, has now broken her gag order earlier this year. She testified before the 9/11 Commission, and she said, look, the information I told the Commission, the information that they gagged me from telling anybody, is that I was listening to conversations with the commanders of al-Qaeda working for the CIA in narcotics trafficking, weapons trafficking, human trafficking, and terror, and that they were about to launch a major operation under CIA command. Do you understand? This is on record. And as we told you years ago with Abel Danger, we've had Anthony Schaefer on, Tony Schaefer. It's now Fox News exclusive. Yeah, they're going to tell us the sun comes up in the morning. Witnesses and Defense Department reports suggest cover-up of 9/11 findings, backing up what Tony Schaefer, the colonel, said, that there were contractors over there who knew all about al-Qaeda, were clearly working in and around them, and that they tried to go in and take out these groups and found out that this operation was about to be launched, and they were barred from stopping it. But that was only a sub-cover story. We know Atta and the other hijackers on record worked at U.S. military bases and had security clearances, and I've had the head of the visa section of the Saudi Arabian Jeddah office, Mr. Springman, on 9 years ago. We had him back on this year, who talked to CIA people and others in the State Department and were told, yes, we ordered them to be given visas, Atta and others, to come back in, even though they were on terror list, because it was a cover. They were CIA operatives. I mean, we've got this thing from A to Z. We know it's an inside job. Period. Period. We're going to play this audio and video when we come back. Stay with us.
This may surprise you. Type 2 diabetes has reached epidemic proportions among both adults and children. You or someone you know may have it. Managing type 2 diabetes in conventional ways is a never-ending task. But this good news may also surprise you. A recent UCLA study proved that type 2 diabetes can be reversed in only 21 days. Purium Health Products recently developed a product that mimics the healthy diet used in that UCLA study, called Scoop of Greens, an easy, great-tasting, affordable way to give your body the nutritional tools to help it overcome type 2 diabetes. Scoop of Greens has been awarded the Diabetes Resource Center's seal of approval, so you know it's safe. See Scoop of Greens and other world-class whole living foods and nutraceuticals at diabetichealthsolution.com. To order, call 888-747-6733. That's 888-747-6733. Mention GCN for a healthy discount and ask about the buy 3 get 1 free special. Start keeping type 2 diabetes in check at diabetichealthsolution.com. We all know that Berkey water purification systems are the most trusted name in water filtration. As an authorized Berkey dealer for over 5 years and serving thousands of satisfied customers, the Berkey Guy offers amazing specials for Berkey water filtration systems. The Berkey Light systems include a set of self-sterilizing and recleanable black purification elements that purify water by removing chlorine, pathogenic bacteria, cysts, and parasites to non-detectable levels and remove harmful chemicals such as herbicides and pesticides. Order the Berkey Light system today, complete with 2 black Berkey elements for only $209, and the Berkey Guy will include 3 Sport Berkey water bottles and ship everything to you free of charge. That's right, 3 Sport Berkey water bottles and free shipping. An $87 value, yours free. Call the Berkey Guy at 1-877-886-3653. That's 1-877-886-3653. Or order online at goberkey.com. That's goberkey.com today.
When making important financial decisions, you should always know the facts. That's why Midas Resources is willing to pay you to read the facts. Midas Resources, a team of hand-picked financial specialists with decades of financial experience who are ready to provide you with state-of-the-art, up-to-date financial services. Midas Resources offers a host of services and stands behind their products. In fact, if you call and order their free Midas report, Midas Resources will pay you. This detailed report will provide you with financial history on the safest and most profitable areas to invest in. If you read the report, Midas Resources will send you a free Walking Liberty silver $50. So what are you waiting for? Get the facts and call Midas Resources toll free at 888-292-2709. That's 888-292-2709. And remember, if you read the Midas report, you'll receive a free Walking Liberty silver $50.
As gardeners, we can all relate.
What do you do with all of the excess food that you grow?
Freezing or canning may have been the process you've used, but the good folks at Excalibur Dehydrator have a healthy alternative to preserve the fruits of your labor. The Excalibur Dehydrator will help you preserve your fruits and vegetables quickly and easily, so you don't have to worry about premature spoiling. You can also use your Excalibur Dehydrator year-round to make delicious jerky. And the best part? The foods you dehydrate are free from excess additives, salt, and preservatives, and that's something we can all do without. To learn more and to order your very own Excalibur Dehydrator, visit drying123.com and see how the Excalibur Dehydrator can help you preserve your favorite foods.
Mention coupon code GCN and receive a free book on how to preserve your foods.
Again, that's drying123.com, drying123.com, or call 1-800-875-4254. That's 1-800-875-4254 today.
So this explosive article just went live at prisonplanet.com. Video, 911 firefighters reveal huge explosions before towers collapse. And that's in the bottom of the buildings. And this just confirms everybody else and the local newscast and all the witnesses. But then NIST and others and FEMA guarded the site, wouldn't let anybody get in to look at it. And now we know why, because they were shooting their own video, and their own video shows what happened. The columns blasted off, controlled demolition, the whole 9 yards. We're going to do a Google search term again today, another devastating blow against the globalist. The last search term we did was the number 1 and number 2 search terms. So you've been very, very successful at getting this out. Can you imagine when you Google the term over and over again, huge explosions? it's going to lead people directly to prisonplanet.com, and this article full of video clip after 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 video clip of police and firemen and the deputy head of emergency management. Bombs going off in all 3 buildings, including Building 7, not even hit by a plane or debris, way down the road. No doubt they were running the attacks out of 7. That's why the mayor at the time, Giuliani, went on ABC News that morning and said, it's very strange. We were running a drill called Tripod 2 in the... He also told CBS News, in Building 7, but in the drill, Building 7 is under attack. So we were told days before by FEMA, and remember that deputy head of FEMA said, oh, yes, we arrived in New York September 10th, the night before, so we were able to respond quite well the next morning. Yeah, they had to be there to be involved in the cover-up. And then Giuliani is talking out of school and saying, yeah, we were running a drill that morning, so we moved everything to mobile command units out at the end of the pier. Well, yeah, you've got to manage your staged attack, don't you? And see, most people in the fire department, police department, in the emergency management, they're not involved. This is all a drill. They're waiting for an attack on the buildings. Boom, it happens. And they're in control of it. And their command center, the county and city and state command center, were all in Building 7. They all had their command trucks moved. But Barry Jennings, he was still in the building. And they get word that the first tower's been hit. And within minutes... boom, 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 lights go out. He's going through the building, trying to get out. Goes down the stairwell. Gets down to the bottom. There's dead bodies everywhere. Nothing's hit 7. Meanwhile, Willie Rodriguez is in the North Tower. He's one of the head janitors. He's got the master key. He's going in to get people out. The lobby's blowing up. Firefighters, citizens are going around with their faces blown off. He described it like a horror movie, just blood, their skin completely burned off, people on fire, bombs going off all over the place, collapsing lobby. The elevators are 30 floors up. They stop and stagger. It wasn't jet fuel coming down. There was only fires for a few floors under the impact points. Most of the fuel dissipated. We have the firefighter tapes where they're reporting we've knocked out almost all the fires in both towers. There's people standing in the holes in the buildings waving their shirts. Remember the woman, the man? Help me, helicopters. Help me, help me. Like something out of the movie King Kong. You know, where she's up on top of the Empire State Building. And then seconds later, giant 4-foot-around beams are shattered and ejected 600 to 800 feet, and the building is demolished into tiny pieces. And we have photos from the day of the rubble. The big major beams sliced off at an angle. You don't slice them straight across because the beams, because of their pressure, can still stand. You slice them at an angle so they slide off like a hot knife through caramel. Now, when we come back, we're going to play this new tape. This is shot by the fire department and seized by NIST. Thousands of these videos that they've refused to release have been ordered released. I mean, I've become so desensitized to this. 2 weeks ago, the same group that sued the International Center for 9/11 Studies, that's a group to support. They're the real deal. Everybody needs to really, I'm going to get them on. They released another video where there's bombs going off in Building 7. Well, we already knew that, but we already had the deputy head of emergency management telling us that, and others. This is going on at, 9 o'clock in the morning. 8 hours later, at 5:25, Building 7, 47 stories, collapses into its own footprint. And 25 minutes before, they're on 2 different live feeds, BBC World, BBC 24, saying the exact same words about how it fell in its own footprint from fires. And I knew right then, I said, that's some secret news wire they were given, because they're both saying the same thing live. Then CNN did the same thing. And I said, probably an internal Reuters. And then years later, they admitted, okay, Reuters gave us a report, it was wrong.
We're on the march. The empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
tyranny is here. The grim future foretold in 1984 has become reality.
It really says that